Alright, check. Okay. Alright, boys. Alright, what's up, everybody? I'm here in a Walmart parking lot. I got KFC because Chinese stood me up. I went to go get Chinese today. And, yeah, it's closed on a Sunday afternoon. Oh, yep, it's currently the Sunday after 4th of July. We got KFC today, dudes. Instead, which is actually pricier than... It is pricier than Chinese. Dude, look at the tender loving care they put in this box. Straight up just threw it around. Now, I want you boys to know, and girls, and who's ever listening, there's a trailer park RV family in the back. Maybe they're car camping, and I thought it was an abandoned thing. They're about 100 feet from me. I want you all to know I'm not poverty judging at all, but I do feel a little bad eating now because those children could be hungry. Those children could be starving. As I continue to shove food in my face, the levels of awkward have increased dramatically. Not just recording in a Walmart parking lot and eating lunch, but also now, hold on, dude, the bag's getting away. I don't want to be fined $1 billion for littering. Also, littering's not good, dudes. Don't be like old people. Old people will litter. Dude, I'm in the back of the parking lot, and old people still find a place to drive. Also, if you couldn't tell, my lapel microphones are not in yet. They are still stuck in Chirac. I'm pretty sure the delivery driver straight up died. I think either MS-13 got him, or maybe the Chirac bandit known as Chief Keef killed him. So rest in peace to the delivery driver carrying my lapel microphones for the past 3 days. He's dead. Grievances to his family. I honestly swear, there's children coming out of that RV. I am not trying to money shame them, but it is incredibly awkward eating lunch. However, I am incredibly hungry. Not just from the view of me, but I haven't ate since 7 this morning. All right. Dear Lord, I hope they're just car camping and traveling. I do not mean... This is the let them eat cake moment when I get swarmed by the French revolutionaries, except they're hungry children. I'm not even looking in that direction anymore. That's how awkward it is. Alright, so boys, what are we talking about today? Besides my microphone getting lost in the Sea of Chirac. I'm pretty sure it was an Asian Mexican gang war that killed them. By the way, new camera. Oh, that child is peeing. That child, I've seen everything. That child is peeing in the bushes. Wow. If I turn the cameras around, I want you to know the FBI will put me on a watch list. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, also, I have 17% battery left, and you know that 4K is just slapping it down. So I got a solid 20 to 30 minutes of recording. Who comes in the back of this parking lot? You have an entire parking lot, and you come... Dude, it's a parade. I tell you what, I chose a parade day with children peeing in the background. I just wanted to film a video. I knew it was going to be awkward. I didn't know it was going to be this awkward. Also, I'm on the rule of thirds over here to the right, or I guess left, whatever you guys see. I hope you like it. I figured if I'm going to have gameplay up, I might have a good spot. But, maybe you want to see my beautiful face more. I kind of feel like a news announcer, flashing some news up. Bro, I swear, I hope those children aren't hungry. Not for my own personal safety, but just, I would feel terrible. So the original topic of this video, before I got descended upon by 80-year-old truck drivers, back of a Walmart parking lot, and I got Colonel Sanders white sauce all over me. But here's the topic of today. While I do not stare at that starving child sitting on a curb staring at me. The One Ring of Magic the Gathering. We're going to talk about Magic the Gathering today. Now, before all you nerds jump on, this is not a Fortnite topic video. We're talking about streaming. I want you to know that this is a gaming channel, and we respect all forms of gaming. I mean, you can go from tabletop to Fortnite to card games to, what do they call it? Furry orgies? Yeah, that's a form of game. Furry orgies are just kind of like Dungeons and Dragons on mental health steroids, if you really think about it. There's another child that came out. I am so sorry. But also, the KFC chicken sandwich is amazingly delicious. Just putting that out there. It's a terrible time to say that, but my ADHD brain just had to. Also, sorry for the Justin Bieber hair. I have only 2 arms, and one of them has to hold up my microphone because the other one is shot down in Chirac. I hope they're happy with their purchase. So, Magic the Gathering, for those that don't know, I'm going to do a better job than the president of Wizards of the Coast will. Magic the Gathering is a very old card game. Here's the bittersweet truth. Here's the sweet part of that truth. It is a really old, well-designed card game that everybody loves, and probably everyone has heard of at some point in their life. It's mechanically solid. It's collectible on multiple levels. It has black markets, gray secondary markets, and you can just buy cards. I mean, it's an incredible system. And that is also the downfall onto the other side of the 50-cent piece with the Teddy Roosevelt and JFK, with the JFK piece. Here is the blown to bits other side of the JFK 50-cent coin. It's so old that companies are milking it. Here's the thing. I'm not going to go into a deep dive of capitalistic America, current neo-capitalistic America. I will not rant on that. That is not the video. Maybe in some video I will, but it is not today. Also, who the heck drives in the back of a Walmart parking lot? Like, dude, there is nothing over here. There's literally a field. I'm looking out into a field right now. Anyway, having said that, Wizards of the Coast, which is owned by Hasbro now. Yes, the same company that makes Nerf guns, Nerf blasters for the politically correct people out there. They own the game Magic the Gathering. That's just the unfortunate truth at the time. And being 2023, another car's coming. I'm just going to ignore them now. That's the last time you'll hear, unless they literally hit me and kill my sandwich food and endanger the lives of those poor, hungry children. This is the last time I'll mention it. But in 2023, these people, these companies, are milking money for everything they have. They've always cared about money. They've always cared about making money. But in the past, probably since the recession, they realized just how much flipping money they can make. And it's just gone up exponentially since COVID. All right? There's the foundation. And last year, this is just like the wiki lore. Here's the too long didn't read. Last year, they had a 30th anniversary event where you could buy release cards, like really popular cards like the Black Lotus. They're basically Michael Jordan's last game shoes, like the shoes he wore in the last game or the game where he had the flu. This is like the Black Lotus. They reprinted all these cards that they said they weren't going to reprint. And I kid you not, like the quality of them could come from China. I'm not going to lie. Like the quality of these were probably made in the same factory that shipped out my lapel microphones that are still stuck in the mail in Chicago. And with that quality, like with an HP inkjet quality, they sold these puppies. 4 packs of cards. Yeah, the packs you get at your local Walmart over here. $1,000 for HP inkjet cards. Can you imagine that? Taking another bite before my food gets cold in this blistering July heat. So good, dude. It has been a darn near year since I've had one of these puppies. Welcome to the ASMR podcast. I hope you're enjoying your lunch with me. The point is, the audacity these CEOs, these corporate executives have is insane. They are charging $1,000, and people buy them too. Like, even collectors are buying them for some stupid reason. And that was literally like the last straw. This is the Too Long Didn't Read. The last straw that a lot of people had with Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering. They love the game, but there's a point where corporate greed crosses the line. You can be greedy at corporate, and things go swimmingly. But they crossed the line there. And they have not been in the good graces ever since. Boycotts, people not buying things, people selling their whole sets. They're just done with it. However, here's the big but. And here's the topic of this video. They decided to do a Lord of the Rings crossover. And I'm not going to even get into the racial bait swapping of Aragorn. Okay, they turned him into a black brother. The fact is, I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about the massive success and balls they had to do of this crossover, and how Christopher and J.R.R. Tolkien are turning in their grave. Yeah, there's another card coming. I mentioned that because this one almost hit me. I'm not going to lie. It was right next to me. They come out with this set, and there's speculation on it because it's like a pretty big set. It's a crossover set, so it's pretty big, but also, like, people hate the game now, too. What we didn't see coming on either sides of the aisle, either sides of the JFK coin, about the people that hate it and the people that are interested in the game still, is that there was these things called chase cards, serialized cards. Then what that means is that these cards are collectible. You might have heard of it in, like, sports cards world, where it's like a 1 of 500 or like 1 of 1,000 cards, you know, things like that. Or they've done it before where it's perceived, it's beyond perceived. Like, before it was like perceived rarity. It's like, if there's an ultra super mega rare card, it's labeled that way. It's like, okay, they're probably not printing too many of these super ultra mega rare cards, all right? But when you slap a number on that puppy, it's like, even, I'm not going to make that joke. That is too far of a joke to talk about these hungry, starving children and their education level. Anyone can understand at that point how rare it is. So they had like 1 in 500. I don't know if they had like a 1 in 9, like 1 in 1,000. But the enticing part, and here is the topic of the video. They had the great One Ring of Power. For those that don't know nothing about Lord of the Rings, here's all you need to know. The whole point of that is that these people got to destroy this One Ring of Power, otherwise evil is going to take over. That is the shortest thing about Lord of the Rings I can tell you. There's a lot of walking in it. That's the shortest thing I can tell you. There's this one ring, they need to get rid of it. Here's what Wizards of the Coast did to try and make up a few pennies for everything they lost over the many years of corporate greed. They printed a 1 of 1 card. This is basically Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. For those that have seen that movie, there's a golden ticket. And much like these kids staring at me eat this chicken sandwich, they hope they can one day pull a golden ticket to go to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Spoilers, sorry. Which I'm now thinking in my head, I think that's what caused Epstein's Island. Quick rabbit's hole. Think about it. Here's the thumbnail. Did Willy Wonka groom our children into wanting Epstein's Island? Did Epstein offer golden tickets to the children that came with him? That's a pretty bold claim. Not as bold as that Diet Pepsi I just drank. Alright, what else we got here? We got a biscuit, we got some fries, and quite a few tenders that I paid way too much money for. But you know what? Nothing else sounded good, not even pizza. That's rare. Yeah, you know those people live in that thing. Okay. People speculated it was going to be before they pulled this golden ticket, this one ring. And in that amount of time, there was many news articles. It was like, hey, we'll buy that for $10,000. Hey, we'll buy that for $50,000. And then somehow, within a span of a few days, these rich, clout-chasing nerds got the puppy up to $2 million. They're like, hey, whoever finds this, I will pay you $2 million for your piece of cardboard. Yeah, they made a lot of sales. They made a lot of transactions. I think things were I'm not sure, but I think things were out of stock, as I understand. Things were backed up. People were buying collector's boxes. There was limits on these things because there's all these different kinds of like ways to collect the cards, and people were just buying everything. People were going to releases for the game. They were playing it live. And one of these releases, these people bought a collector's pack. This is all legend. I guess I haven't really heard about it since, so I assume it's true. Pretty big deal. It's a little store in Canada. It's a little store in like Ontario, Canada. It's all legend. Bowser Legend is Michael Jackson, so wink wink. So what they did was they pulled this card. And they were smart about it. They didn't go to the internet first. They went to a bank. They put this piece of cardboard, one-of-one cardboard, specialty cardboard, into a bank vault. And for those that play GTA, that's a pretty big deal. For those that have watched, what was that one magician heist movie where they tried stealing from the casino? I think it was Ocean's 11 was the one with the Adam Sandberg, Justin Timberlake looking guy, Michael Cera. Yeah, it was Ocean's 11. And in Ocean's 11, these people put a cardboard one-of-one ring. Quite possibly one of the rarest cards in all of Magic the Gathering history. They got a lawyer. They got a lawyer to handle things in case they ever sold it. They got it verified. They sent it in to get verified. This verifying company, you probably heard of it. It's called PDF, sorry. It's called PDF. They sent it in. They got it graded. Just like all those Pokemon cards a few years ago no one's collecting anymore. Yeah. They sent it in that company. It's like a 9 out of 10. An immaculate card. Shame it's not a 10 out of 10 for being one of the rarest cards in Magic history, but maybe Tony, the guy that graded it, went through a divorce that day. Things happen in life. Just like when kids stare at you eat chicken. As a fat man in a nice car. So, they got it graded, they got it back. Then they posted it online. Funny enough, I haven't heard actually anyone reach out for the $2 million. Maybe a private sale? Maybe they're trying to milk the money's worth and keep it to see what happens. Yep, phone died. So this is audio only now. Congratulations, you unlocked the audio only podcast. Either way, I just want to quickly, briefly go into the overarching tone, the hero's journey, if you will. Believe it or not, I think that this is going to change not only Magic the Gathering, all trading card games that want to get in on the action for quite a few years to come. I'm putting you out right now. The whole family just came out of that thing. Maybe it'll just be audio only with gameplay. Now, I'm eating my lunch, and the whole family just came out. So, this is pretty awkward now. I shouldn't have done this here. But you know what? They're getting this podcast live for free. That's something you guys don't have. I think it's going to change the gaming landscape. To be totally honest with you, I think it's going to change the gaming landscape. Everything Wizards going to do is going to have serialized cards. Now, will there be any more one-of-ones? Maybe. Maybe not. They're definitely going to ride the hype out. Greedy pigs. But I think that's kind of fine. It encourages collectability. And if you really think about it, a lot of people that hardcore collect these things don't really play the game. I think they know how. They might keep up with stuff just for money needs, but they probably don't play that much. So, to get a serialized card, it's probably going to be pretty hard. And they're probably just going to suck up the market anyway, so I don't really know how this is going to affect the players market. So, really, I think this is a win-win-win for everybody. It's a win for Hasbro to realize, hey, maybe we don't have to virtue signal every 5 minutes. I didn't hear much on Aragorn being black. So, hey, it wasn't obviously that big of a deal. When they come out with Ryan Gosling as Martin Luther King Jr., then I'm going to really be surprised. Also, speaking of movies, Oppenheimer and Barbie are coming out soon. I think I'm going to double header that. see them both in one day. And that's just kind of the main thing of the video I wanted to share. I think it's going to change the landscape. I think for the better. If you're not into the game, I'd check it out. I'm not going to have gameplay of it right now. Might do like Fortnite. Maybe do some Pokemon. Either way, it's been fun sharing this lunch with you guys. I hope you're having a good lunch, or sitting down to eat, or maybe you too are sitting in front of an awkward family that lives in a trailer. I really shouldn't speak that loud. Voices carry. And also the smell of chicken. But I haven't been swarmed either by children or seagulls yet, so that's good. I'm just kind of looking down in shame now, as a fat man happily eating his chicken tenders. Yeah. I feel like that might not have been satisfying enough, so let me elaborate a little more. I'm still going to play Magic the Gathering here and there. I'm not boycotting it by any means. It's just, you just want to hype stuff up so much. Here's the thing. Okay, here we go. Here's the thing that could utterly destroy them immediately. If they release serialized cards every 5 seconds, what should they do already? They do already by releasing sets literally, sometimes like 2 times a month. Every 3 weeks goes by, there's some form of new release. I think they call them secret layers. I think that, like, what was it, The Walking Dead? Was that one show? Stranger Things? Yeah, they did a Stranger Things one. That was a limited edition release. Secret layer is what they call it. I think if they start oversaturating the market with serialized cards, that's going to suck. That is going to be a big time suck and L for the company. To take the greatest thing they've done in a while. Like, this is very much a band-aid on a bullet-sized wound from the man that got shot in Chirac by Chief Keef delivering my microphones. But honestly, if that band-aid helps him get those microphones to me sooner, I'm happy with it. And yeah, that's an allegory for him, for WotC. What's this? I just hope they take the W. They take the W and learn from it, and also their L's and learn from it. I want Magic the Gathering to keep going. I've had a lot of fond memories of Magic the Gathering. Staying up till like 4 a.m., playing with other nerds at a release party. That was like a really fun part of my life. Going from Avengers, not Infinity War. Was it Endgame? What was the first one? Was it Infinity War? I want to say it was Infinity War that came out first. Yeah, Infinity War, I think. Infinity War. When that came out, literally going down the street to a card shop and playing quite possibly one of the greatest sets. The last greatest set of all time. War of the Spark. Which was also just a ripoff of Avengers, but hey, I'm not complaining. It was a fun set. Played that till like 2, 3 in the morning. Drank obscene amounts of Sprite Cranberry. Okay? So I want them to do well. I just don't want them getting cocky, that's all. And I don't think that's too much to ask. This might be a 2-parter. Probably not. I'll talk more on the subject later. It's kind of like eating my lunch with you guys. However, whenever you listen to this, I'm sorry for having my mouth stuffed like a fat man while talking. But I think it adds kind of like the dude sitting across the table from me at lunch break that you want to ignore but can't because he's talking to you so passionately. And you just want to eat your lunch in quiet. So I hope I'm that man for you. Anyway, like and subscribe to the channel. Off-road gaming here. What's the Gamecast? You should have seen the crossover with Johnny on land. Hopefully we have more crossovers with him, especially in person. That'll be fun. Wink wink, isn't it? Other than that, I'm just gonna be grinding out these videos, coming up with topics. I don't script nothing. Might write stuff down here and there, but no scripts. Just off the top of the dome, baby. Just like Bill Clinton, you feel me? All I have left is this coleslaw that's been sitting in the sun for 45 minutes. I'm probably still gonna eat it. Let me get a good temperature gauge. Here's a little bonus. Here's the end of the, here's a little bonus track for you. I'm eating this with my hands because I don't have a fork. Room temperature coleslaw. I feel disgusting eating this with my fingers. I got a little blow my nose too. Alright guys, that'll do it for the podcast. Thank you all. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, please. I want to hang out with you more. Come join the community. Comment below. Your favorite actress with the best feet pics. All right, bye.